Good morning, everybody. Look, not forgetting, I got my RLI cup. I just had a sleep in the wild last night under a different willow tree from the willow tree in Moynes Court in Dorset. I've gone from one manor house to another manor house. So my friends live in a 15th century, or was it 17th century? 15th, I think, manor house. It's a bit newer than Moynes Court, which is 1267. So I've been sorting through my stuff, gathering some wood, pushing a wheelbarrow again, like I was doing at Moynes Court. So basically, I just wanted to say good morning. I just went into Cafe Nero, and a man called Matt, who used to serve me and my friends coffee in the morning before we went to work, and it was really nice to see him again. And I told him, appreciate your wife, your kids' life, and then I got a voice message as I was sipping on my coffee. I got a voice message from she used to be the manager of the Red Cross here in Chippenham, the charity shop, my friend Jill, and we used to meet in the morning for coffee and everything. And just the sound of her voice on my WhatsApp brought me to tears. Oh dear. You think I was pregnant at being all this emotional? That's not likely to happen. Anyway, I just wanted to say good morning. I managed to condense my 8 boxes down to like 4.5, 5, and lots of really special stuff. So lots of photos and Happy Mother's Day, lovely little notes from my kids. And one year when I didn't get a Mother's Day card from overseas, Pete wrote one for me, from your absent children. Some CDs for my daughter, because she did a little gig at Magpie, which was a shop owned by my friend Jill. And she did a gig there, and she had to, part of her music degree in Bath College, she had to make a CD. So she's got this fantastic CD. I hope we can get it duplicated, because I've only got 2, and it's really lovely. And it was nice to see that. And, canvas photographs, lots of really nice camping kit that Pete got for me, some really nice Montaigne trousers, Berghaus trousers, fleeces. A few fleeces, because I've gone on a hiking trip or whatever, and Pete had said, bring a fleece, and I'm like, no, it's hot. And then I've had to go into Mountain Warehouse, because that was all there was, to get another fleece. So I was like gathering fleeces, and they're too good to get rid of. And my 2 beautiful, beautiful, beautiful quilts, lovely, just lovely quilt, not continental quilts, but patchwork. No, they're not patchworky, but they're, that kind of old-fashioned quilt. So I've got 2 of those. It was just really nice and emotional to see, all of those things. And the little glass balls. I had 1 glass ball per grandchild hanging up in the garden. So when I was laying in my hammock, I could see all the 8 glass balls. But now there's 9. And Declan is walking. Anyway, so I'm smiling this morning. I managed to get some needle and thread, sew some elastic in my big girl panties, pull them up to the brim, at least until I heard Jill's voice. Anyway, I'm going back later to help at the Ivy. Oh, I also saw a little old lady called Beryl, a different Beryl than last time, that used to come into my shop, and sometimes she'd just buy a handkerchief or a pair of socks. It was just the company, just to have somebody to talk to. And she didn't remember my name, but she asked me how my daughter was, and that was really lovely. And it was nice to see her. She said, oh, I'm still plodding around. And I said, well, I've been doing a bit of plodding too, Beryl. Anyway, so I'm headed up to meet my foster sister, and we're taking a little trip to pick up some groceries for my foster mom and go see my foster mom and have some family time. And then I'm going to come back to Chippenham and help my friends sort their stuff out. where I'm going to be temporarily leaving my 5 boxes until I probably will have to get a storage building, I think. Yeah, because my friend Julie in New Haven, she has all of my wonderful hammocks and some other good camping stuff, like really good hammocks, and I want to do some hammock camping over the summer and invite women to come, and men, to come do some camping. So maybe it would be worth me, you know, finding a small storage building. And Donna Bond has some of my stuff in Northern Ireland from when I jetted across to America to see my grandchildren and see my Declan, when Declan was born. And I left my backpack at her house, went across to America, and yeah, so maybe it's time for me to get just a little storage building, a small, you know, just to put my bits in until I can get a house. Because somebody said to me yesterday, why don't you, you know, settle down? Why don't you, you know, get a little house and a little job? And I never stop. I'm always working, even though it's not a job. And once I commit to a house, a flat, bedsit, whatever, then I feel like, you know, the rent, the council tax, all of that stuff, and my journey isn't over yet. I'm not ready to give up on my journey yet. So as soon as I get, so I'm doing some sort of odd jobs over the summer, helping and staying busy, and as soon as I get the all clear for my back, which will be probably be the rest, I imagine, the rest of this summer, I'll be getting, you know, appointments and letting it heal, and then I'm really hoping somehow in November I can go see my grandchildren in America. And then my 60th is next year, and I will get my backpack on my back, and I will walk until before my 60th year ends. My walk will be completed, and I'll just keep writing, do some walking groups over the summer, and yeah. So thank you so much for your comments. Even big girls, strong, tough girls, get emotional, get weak, get sad and cry and their big girl panties fall down, but we always get them back up. And if you know someone that's struggling and they're having a hard time pulling those big girl panties up, or those men pulling up their big boy boxers and getting on with life, if you notice they're struggling, please reach out, lend a hand. And also, a good way to get involved in lots of good people is to become a volunteer, whether it be at the shop or a lifeboat volunteer. Go down to your local lifeboat station, go to one of the open days, even just go there for a chat. And it's a really good way to get involved in your community if you're near the coast. If you're not near the coast, there's, you know, the Andy Man's Club and lots of other groups that you can join, women's groups, Live, Laugh, Love in Dorset, Women's Institution. You know, get involved in a group. Don't go through life on your own, especially if you've gone through losses or pain like I have. Healing, walking has been my healing. Find something to help you heal. Look at this. A little secret alley. Find something to keep you occupied. Don't give up, and sending you loads of love. Right, I think my sister Karen will be over there. Have a good day, guys. And I'm sorry I'm not going to say I'm sorry I was emotional yesterday, because you shouldn't ever be sorry for feeling something. I'm going to put this in the rubbish bin. Hold on. I just had a Greg's egg roll. No, I'm not sorry for being emotional. Or I'm not sorry for being real. Because if you're not real, what are you? Then you become one of these owl-generated, silly, stupid, whatever. I don't like the word stupid. Sorry, these silly, fake things on the internet. Be real, guys. Love you. Bye.